Hi everybody, welcome to City Skylines. Today we're going to talk about a city I've been working on, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it. But I have to be honest, I don't really know all of the changes I'm going to make. But generally speaking, here's the deal. So I've got a pretty large city going on here. Let me just turn down the volume a little bit because you guys are probably getting blasted with all this stuff. Music. Let's take that down here. Okay. Alright, so I started this city with a couple things you'll notice right away. And shout out to Biffa, who's discovered this map. I'm a big fan. Watch him all the time. Lane mathematics. You go there. All that good stuff. So thanks, Biffa, for the inspiration. And City Planner Plays has been a recent interest of mine too, especially his music choices. I'm gonna have to step up my game with that. As a matter of fact, if you like the default sounds with Skylines, let me know in the comments. If you don't and you would like to hear something else, I'm thinking about switching up the playlist here and there to something desirable so that you can chill and watch this while you are relaxing. Because I think a lot of us play this game when we're in a relaxed state. And yeah, so let me know in the comments what you think, and I'm going to try my best to fulfill your every last desire. Of course, why wouldn't I? Anyways, okay. So I started this project a little like Biffa, and I think the name of this map is called Tahanga. So you can find that on the App Store, and I'll link the asset workshop down below into the description. But as you can see, I mean, I've been sort of building a nicer looking city, more for the eye, more for my viewing pleasure. I have a problem, typically tend to always massively increase the size of my city first before thinking about anything else. I think that's partly because of the milestones and unlocking things. So I started this one with unlimited money, and I also gave myself the monuments so that I didn't have to worry about healthcare or education or pollution. And I also use a mod for pollution that removes that. It gives you a little bit more flexibility around, well, for one, aesthetically, because you don't have to worry about the trees getting brown and the water getting brown, but also, yeah, you can put a nice looking neighborhood. Like I have this eco-friendly city neighborhood right here, and it's right across the street from this huge I forget what this is, some sort of wood plant, pulp mill. Yeah, and I do a couple things. So the point of this one is, this city is to be a nice looking city. It's not to be overly congested or built with mass density issues. And I even have, as you can see, I have a lot of bike lanes in here. I'm trying to get people to ride bikes. I have the policies turned on so that people will ride the bike lanes and not on the sidewalks. So people will use the sidewalks but not the bikes. Hope they're following the rules. That dog isn't following the rules. Who invited him? So, anyways, yeah, and you do that with the policy settings. I'm not going to talk about that right now because we got too much else to do. So the focus of today is before I turned on this unlimited money and turned on the monuments, I was getting frustrated because I was told I needed to just massively increase the money and I was running out way too fast for my ambitions. Putting in sound barriers here on the roads, for instance, just pushed the limit of my budget. And normally I can get along just fine without doing that. So here's what I did. I created this massive block of buildings, primarily just to make money. And I am really unhappy with the way it looks. It just sits there out of the ordinary, like no real, I don't know, it just doesn't look right, and I want to make it look better. So today I'm going to focus on that, and we'll see how far I go and how it goes. I might ruin it, but I'd like to just do something. So what I did first with this was try to make it, as you can kind of see, how this skyline gradually goes down. Of course, I may have to do it more this way. I'd like to maybe that's where I'll start, is decreasing the skyline this direction. And I might remove these monuments. I'm not sure. I really like the space elevator for the tourism aspect because it does bring in a lot of tourists. So we'll think about that. First, I think I would like to just make this skyline really more focused on this portion. Because I can see in the future, this is going to be turned into probably a more industrial area, maybe lower density residential neighborhoods on this side of the river. And this side over here, this is going to be close. I think it's got this map has some really cool assets on it already. And it's going to make sense to continue. I have the fishing harbor. I thought that looked nice here. But I would like to do something with this area, maybe even including a working facility next to the rundown facility, and maybe just holding on to that asset anyway because it looks so cool. It's like a Rust Belt kind of thing. And there's another one over here. So this area is already designed. It's got the keys built in already, so I will most likely use those for industrial uses. This one's got a lighthouse, so I think this might continue the lower residential area up here, and just continue that. We're gonna need another junction somewhere in here, probably right here where the road is close. Although it might be easier to do two, one small one here and one small one here. This way I can avoid the train tracks. And train tracks are a little elevated too, so we're gonna have to worry about that topography a little bit. Let's see how that looks actually. Let's just pull it up. Yeah. So it's a very even topography. So the map creator really did a good job getting this looking realistic. We have a belt line, or it's called the belt line. It's a greenway in our city in Atlanta, Georgia, where there's this. It's an old railway that has been turned into a greenway, and it's beautiful. one of the cool things about it is that it is very level, and the grade on trains usually, I believe it can't go over a certain percent, like 2 or 5% grade. So you'll notice any city that's got train tracks has mounds like this, so it's very realistic from that standpoint. Because what they're doing is padding the surrounding area, although this is a very flat area, so maybe it was for other reasons. Maybe it's a flood zone. I don't know. So anyway, coming back to this side of things, I'm just gonna start going here because I have to see what I've done first of all with the zones, because I think I did. Yep. So what I did was I have this pretty horizontal, and instead I think I just need, it might be pretty simple. Maybe I just need to increase this. Now I'm gonna lose, since I have tons of money, unlimited money, I can get rid of all these houses. Those are they're, since I have a restriction. Sorry, get rid of that. Since I have a restriction on for housing, for no high rises in this area, this is going to knock out any of the designated high rises. So this IT cluster is going to have to go. Just remove that. And I might even come back and delete the office space here since I don't need it anymore. And honestly might get this city more focused on industrial logistics. And part of the reason is I just want to learn how a lot of these new warehouses work. I just bought the DLC and I'm going through it. I know I'm late to the party by a billion years probably, so if you've already done this, you're probably going to be bored watching that episode. But yeah, I mean, basically, I'm going to think about these logistics because it could be a lot more fun trying to figure out which warehouse to build and which industries to support instead of just throwing in a bunch of IT clusters. As much money as they can make, they just they're boring. And I do really like the way they look skyscraper wise. So it does look really nice to have a block or 3 right around there, right in the city center, but just not too much, or else it's going to look a little weird. So, okay, that sounds like these are upgrading. So that should, I don't know why this guy's still there. He's annoying me. I'm going to take him out. Take that guy out. Okay. Leave that guy. I think I left him there. So, yeah, you can see my population is a little pissed off about that decision. I guess I am making money technically, but I had to force it, and I just didn't want to feel forced. So taking that pressure off, maybe that's a goal I will come back and look at later. All right, so we're getting some really big houses still in here. So these look like the Green City DLC, even though I've got high-rise ban on. I know I do. See, I've got that on, but it still look pretty big. So compared to this area, they're not really that much smaller. I guess the question is if they will. So yeah, this is saying it's fully upgraded, but since ban high rises is on, yeah. So it says that right there. Building cannot fill, yeah, because it'll stay at level 4, which is exactly what I want. But this is fully upgraded and it's not much higher. So I'm wondering if that is due to the Green Cities designation. So you know what? I think I'm just going to take it off in this area to see what happens. Maybe I will increase high-tech housing and then take off the green space. Where is that? Why is that showing up there if it's not? High-tech housing. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. That's brain fart. Okay, so it's in here. Let's just take that off. Boom. Okay. Bye-bye. All right. And now, okay, so this part over here is going to be a little tricky because we're going to transition from more of urban residential and commercial to a industrial looking area. So that's going to come in with this train track. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet, so I think I'm going to start on this side. It's going to be a little bit easier since I've already gotten this part, or maybe I will start over here and work my way this way. I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know, I probably should use the wisdom of the elders that I have watched on YouTube many times and and put in a junction first because traffic will start to suck. I do have despawning turned off. Bifa would be proud. Bifa? Bifa? I call him Bifa for some reason. Maybe it's an American accent thing. I don't know. A southern thing. I'm from the south. So, all right. Cool. This is a lot lower looking. It's this green housing thing that's really tall, and the residentials are just so much taller. What zones do I have? So it's the offices and commercial are just so much smaller than the residential. It's just not okay with me. You know, I'm gonna have to put this as a grid here. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna start. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna take it all out. I'm just not happy with the way that looks. We're just gonna do this. Okay. Yep. Sorry. See you later. Okay. You know, I think I'm gonna put a little line of high density commercial here. And I'll leave the rocks. Why not? They're kind of cool looking. They'll add a little interest and make some different assets spawn there. As you can tell, I've already decided not to work on building anymore. There's so much to do to make this look half decent over here. And I kind of like spreading out, you know, the different roads a little bit, just to break up the way it looks visually. I don't always like having a super grid going on, a super grid city. It kind of looks a little forced, you know. That's one thing I don't like about City Skylines all the time is just the way that, you know, you're building so fast that you really need to spend way more time on a city than you would initially think. It's a natural city is going to, you know, have rubble and old houses that are redone, and you're going to rezone things over and over and over again. You're not going to be one and done with your zoning and your roads. You're going to come back through and delete them and all of that. So you got to see it as like a work in progress and just something that's not going to go away. Okay, so I see something here, some potential. You know what? I think I'm going to move this. And I'm the worst of that, by the way. Like, once I've built something, for some reason, it's hard for me to delete it. I don't know why. But once I've, like, just for that, moving that park kind of hurt me a little. Oh. Shores of Mars. Let's go a little retro. Yeah, let's go retro. Why not? And so yeah, moving a park like that, I have to give myself some time. Oh, that's the wrong path. I have to give myself the unlimited money. I have to give myself some of these cheats because otherwise I'm going to get stuck in the hustle of the milestones, which I do like because it adds a level of interest to the game that does require you to pay more attention. You know, like, oh, what's going on with that? Get a better view here. Sorry. Okay. It does kind of get you interested in you know, like, so one of the things I'll do probably is come back through and let me dezone that. I gotta get that mod. I'm the worst. So I'm the most ADD host, and I realize that. But what I will probably do, even though the milestones are turned off, or well, yeah, I guess they're turned off. I have a mod, basically unlocking everything. But I might come back through and even though I can't really do the milestones again, I probably will see about getting the budget worked out. Obviously, I'm not making any money here. So I think that would be a fun challenge. That and just the traffic in general will probably be something I come back and really hone in. Because I like the aesthetics of a really perfectly built city, but at the same time, I think part of the beauty is things you can't plan for and things that will come up after looking at it for a while. You know, it's like this little road here. It's kind of showing me like, maybe there's something. I gotta get rid of this. I don't like. I'm seeing too much potential now. Go hang out over here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay. I'm seeing a little road. It's bugging me because it's like, why is that road there? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, but I remember using the move it mod on this junction. That's why this thing is flickering here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take that and move it just a little. Oh, that's why I did that. That's fine. I kind of like this little weird bend in it. Although it is making that road look a little odd. Let's just give that a little natural curve. This isn't going to get much nicer. Maybe I can move this the whole Eden project over a bit. I think it's caused really just by the inconsistency between the sizes of these buildings. Let's move this over here. Okay. I think that's a little more natural. The only reason this road is even here is to get around this thing. So right now that makes the most sense. I am going to put some concrete there because this song, oh my gosh, it reminds me of Biffa. Biffa's getting all the call outs today. You know, I expect at least one call out, Biffa. Just one. But no worries. I don't want to. I'm sure you're too cool for me. Just kidding, my friend. Just kidding. All right. Yeah, I don't know where the concrete is. It must be a special thing I have to get. So instead, I'm just gonna throw down. So I'm back at $6,000. This is This is why I couldn't pay attention to the money, because I would not be this focused on putting trees down. A lot of these trees came with this map. They were required trees, so you will... Here, let's just go look over here. So you might need like the select it mod, which I don't... Or the eyedrop... I guess it's called the select it mod. I don't even know what it's called. To easily pick up one of these assets, but I'm just going to do it the hard way. I'm just going to scroll through it and eyeball ones that I like. Oh, look, some dead trees. Interesting. Okay. This looks like the one that we're staring at, this palm. So let's put this around the Eden project over her. I do have this brush option deal going on and the prop line tool, so it's going to be real easy for me to just throw in some in here. I'm going to have to squeeze that one in. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh no! I also have the undo it mod, or Control Z. Okay. And there's also one called the random tree rotation mod, which is cool because it just, some of these trees get plopped down and they look symmetrical, and it doesn't look natural at all. Okay, is this the kind of tree we have here? No. It's alright. So that concrete is just bugging me, but I'm going to cover it with trees and then move on because I don't want to download a mod right now. So this doesn't need to have bike lanes on it. What should we put here? Maybe we'll turn it into a dirt road. I mean, no one's using it yet, so let's just do with it what it should be done with. Okay, so I moved around those junctions too much, so I had to turn on anarchy here. You know what? I believe, so this is the fish market, I think. Yeah, fish market's over, where did I put that? Oh, it's over on this side. So you know what would be cool? Let's just do a quick test here. No, way too big. Instead, you know what I might do? What are these zones that you can get? These fishing or market, organic and local produce. So, you know what? I'm going to turn this into like a semi-looking farmer's market. So let's put this road here. Okay. Let's do a little curve, just make it look a little more like it was like going there, and then someone just paid or built some stuff. I'll put a couple trees. No, you know what? Let's not do that because I'm about to throw some shit on there. Should I keep it going on this side? I don't know yet. You know, I want these trucks to have easy access, and I don't want to interrupt. Oh, you know, no, I will interrupt them, actually. I will. I like the idea of the this industry being somewhat close in, as you know, part of the community, not like out in the outskirts where you have to take the interstate 30 minutes to get there. I like it right next to it. Like, you know, even tourists could come and hang out. Let's just try a road here. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's just give it a shot. Turn off the anarchy for a minute just to see. I don't know why it's forcing me to use that node. I'm gonna get kind of close to that deal. Stop clicking. What are you snapping to, bro? Oh, it doesn't want me to connect there. It has issues. So let's stop the issues. Let's say just go where you're supposed to go, bro. And oh, this is really annoying me. What if we just said, hey, you know what? There's not actually a building here. Oh shit. Okay, that's what it is. Ah, all right. Well, let's just go with the flow. You know what? I don't feel like fighting Skylines today. Let's just do something. No, I don't like that. If anything, it needs to come off up here and bend around, like maybe something like that. No. Okay, that's boring. Let's go back to this. I'm just going to real quickly put in a small, tiny new district. I don't know if I need this district to be covering that anyway, so I'm just going to take it off here. And I've gotten into these districts. I realize that you can really get highly targeted with them. And that gives me a little bit more interest because, like in this area, I could decide trucks cannot go to the left. You know, I could paint the district over here and carve out a little section where they're allowed to get on this road and they can get on the highway, but they're not supposed to take a left and go all the way into the city. So that's like something I could do. All right, so let's put this new one in. And completely ripping off Biffa. Sorry, bro. You, if you're lucky, I will pick in the comments anybody, what we should call this little district. And it might grow. I mean, maybe if it looks really good, we'll bring it all the way over here. That's incentive for you to think I will actually pick your name. But you guys aren't that dumb. You guys, you know what's up. All right. I really want to get the Park Life DLC. I will, I promise. So let's just give it that. Okay. Okay, so it's now going to do that. Let's just see how it looks. I'm curious what happens. We're not in high demand, so it might take a little while for it to grow. And they may not really be anything interesting in these tiny little squares. So we'll see. Yeah, what do I need to do to get that to grow? For some reason, people are just not interested in the city anymore. I don't know what I did. I must have deleted too much stuff. Okay, so there are people coming in. There's a lack of industry need. This will grow before this pair over here does. So I just need more things to happen. Let's turn this speed up a bit. I've just been lackadaisical over here. While that demand is growing, and we'll come back to the way this looks in a bit. And while that's happening, I'm just gonna do some stuff to this little park. It looks, this little kitty park here. let's just put in some trees. I am going to have... I don't like how these trees don't match the other trees. Am I the only one that thinks that? I don't know. Let's do a little line of shrubs. Little shrub line for good measure. There are some ways you can manipulate this, I believe. Yeah, so spacing, auto default. So default is, I don't know if it's based on the size of, I don't know what it's based on. What is this? Decouple from previous segment. Item-wise control, place one item as a, okay. So we want this, and we want, let's start with 5. See how that goes. Did that work? Do I have to click enter? No? Okay. Okay, well that works. So you have to hit the decimal and 2 zeros, I guess, to make this thing happy. Did we get that going? Ah, I broke it. What did I do? Oh, okay. I guess I just had to select the tree. 6 meters. Why is that not going? Okay. Oh, there it was. Wow! Wow! Okay. Those are big shrubs, you know. I thought they were a little smaller. I may have to come back there and delete them. I don't know. Do I like those? I don't know. I'm going to think about that one. Let's just leave them there. It's better to have something than nothing. I don't really like the color so much. Again, it doesn't really feel... It doesn't match the other vegetation. Now, the problem with this is it's going to look weird if I don't continue it all the way down. I think. Let's just put it there and see what happens. Okay. Rocks. Let's throw in some rocks. This, I gotta say, this... I think these are for these ones here. I gotta say, though, I really like how many assets this came with, this map. Whoever built it just deserves all the credit in the world, because what a badass. So someone go find their info and send it to me so I can shout them out. Shout out to them. There. Oh, this is looking like it's supposed to be here. It's starting to look real good. Okay, here's some. Oh, I love this kind of grass. This is so real too. Yeah, this is gonna look good. But we're gonna need a lot of this one. Where's my forest brush? Where the heck did my forest brush go? Did I leave it somewhere? I don't know what I did. Okay, well, forget. Oh, I do. Oh, it's gotta be that, right? Okay. I don't know if this one automatically rotates like the trees will, unfortunately. Oh, gotta move it. I don't know what people would do without the Move It mod. That thing really makes a big difference. Oh, perfect. Oh, I know I said I was going to build that grass, but... oh, it came back. There's the forestry brush. Okay, so there it is. Let's go find the grass. I still want to put it somewhere. I think I'm going to... oh, there it is. Okay, there's not a lot of it, so I'm going to do a lot. Whoa. Not that much. But I am going to do it over here. And so when this comes in, it's going to be filled to the brim with that kind of grass. Let's just see how it goes. Okay, it's doing the random thing. So it's got to be density. Oh, I need the other mod, I think. Because I need brush strength. Okay. The amount. Oh no, no! What's going on? Oh shit! Prop tree anarchy is off, so it shouldn't be doing that, should it? That's not what I want. Does that even look cool? It would. It would look so cool. Dang it! But it's they can only come down in little spots like that. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of these little circles, I guess. That's gonna take a minute. So. So just bear with me. I totally stopped talking. Okay, so I'm gonna have to work on my narration skills, because who wants to listen to somebody who... oh, you know what? That's the other thing, is I'm gonna have to figure out why these little grass dudes are going... no, not the tree. Oh, look. We were about to get a commercial building. That's a good sign. It'll come back. It will come back. I'm not worried. Yeah, I like the way that looks now. I would like it to be like a full deal. A full deal. A full... like a really good field, you know? Like, this is exactly what it looks like in the country where people let stuff grow out. And there's no one to mow the lawn, or it's just there's no one to keep the... no! Oh my gosh, I gotta get a faster computer. This thing is like too slow. Okay. What's going on? Okay, so the residential's coming back. Maybe they like that park I built. They said, hey, you know what? I really like that freaking park. Looking good, bro. And I said, oh, heck yeah, man. So, like, check it out. And, like, go over there and stuff. So they did. And we are reaping the rewards. But these trees are getting in this person's house. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to build a path so that the house just goes away altogether. Because that's what you thought I was going to say, isn't it? What the heck? What just happened? I got some weird stuff going on today, guys. Oh, maybe not. They just didn't delete the house. That is really strange. Is that something with the DLC that I didn't realize? Okay. Maybe if you have a house. Do I? I'm curious about this. Do I have to come de-zone that one pathway? I'm so confused. Do I have anarchy on? How does that work? I wonder if I do. That would explain so much. Let's just check it out. Building anarchy. No. There we go. No UI. Hold Shift P. Ignored if anarchy is always on. Oh, okay, yeah. So Shift P. Oh, sorry, I just knocked your speakers into oblivion. Okay, we just turned it off. I'm not sure if that's going to help or not. Or I hit the button. I honestly am not really 100% sure what's causing things to allow things to be drawn on. So let's just do a test. Let's do a little test here. Let's just go to prop line tool. Okay. Wait, something I turned off did work, because remember before I was able to build on other things. Oh, look! Aha! Hey, look, some organic food places are being attacked by weeds. I'm sorry about your weed situation. Let me just get rid of that for you. Oh my god, this guy's covered in weeds. I might have to delete you too, man. Is there any other ones? No? Okay. Those look alright. They kind of look natural. Nope, nope. Oh my gosh, I just ruined it all, didn't I? Okay. And this palm tree's gotta go. I think that bush came with... Did it come with it? I don't know if it did. You know what? It doesn't really look right. But I like that palm tree. That should stay. That doesn't look natural. That looks natural. Yeah. Okay. How many of the squares are okay? So they're full. Dang it. That's kind of a bummer. I do need to get that zoning mod because it would allow me to open up the space here a bit more. See, if I could dezone these two, I would get 2 more little commercial areas. But let's just take a step back. We've been working on this for a little while now, and I don't want to bore you guys completely to death. I'm really liking this little square a bit more. It's got a natural feel to it, although we're really going to have to do some more with this other side. And I'm wondering if that's going to be junction and trains and people, transportation, that kind of thing. So let's come back and do that next time. If you haven't already, I guess you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Come back another time. Bye-bye.